Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to be reacting to the real life fake wizard. Real life fucktard is what he really is. This guy is a complete fucking clown. He's got a really stupid gimmick here. He wears a wizard hat, an obviously fake, wizard beard, and his whole thing lately, and it's probably always been his whole thing, is just grifting and talking shit about Nintendo and acting like they're the most evil corporation in the world. Now, as you can see in this thumbnail of this idiot's fucking video here, it says, "You will own nothing. You will own nothing." Now, what this is about is him claiming that buying, subscribing to Nintendo's NSO service for $50 a year, which isn't bad at all. He's acting like that's, anti-consumerism, and you don't own the game because you're just, you're subscribing to a subscription service. Now, this is kind of funny because PC gaming is literally just that. You don't own any of the Steam games you play on Steam or whatever. You don't own any of that. That's all digital. And on top of that, if you own a Steam Deck, it's all digital. You could purchase those games, sure, but are there physical copies to go with it? No. What about Xbox's Game Pass? Now, I don't watch this idiot's channel because he's a stupid-ass grifter, and I'm not going to watch any grifter unless it's to make a quick reaction video to them, which I'm going to do right now. But I don't really waste too much of my time with these idiots, with these losers, and so if he has criticized Xbox and Game Pass, fine, whatever, but he's still full of shit, and he is still a grifter. So, he's got this whole gimmick going where he wears a fake wizard hat, an obviously fake beard, and yeah, he's a real-life fake wizard. Really, he's just a real-life fucktard is what he actually is. That's what this guy is, and I'm going to show it. I'm going to prove it to you. Now, first, shout out to Retro Gaming Fusion for talking about this. He made a YouTube short responding to this jackass, and how this guy apparently he's crying about the fact that Fire Emblem is available to play on the NSO, but oh no, you got to pay $50 a year to do it, which means you don't own the game, which means Nintendo is anti-consumer, right? But and this guy, I'm guessing he wants the game for $10. Now, this guy's a fucking idiot. This Fire Emblem, that Fire Emblem game, is like over $200 on eBay. That's a very expensive game. So paying $50 to at least be able to play it again, I would say is a fucking blessing, right? I would say that's a blessing, right? You could play it again, but no, you gotta own it. Okay, dumbass. Well, if you need to own the game, why don't you go ahead and pay those $200 on eBay so you could own the game and just shut the fuck up already? But this guy, obviously, he's just a fucking clown. He's grifting. That's all he's doing here because he knows it's going to get him a bunch of views. So, with that being said, let's check out this moron's video. Alright, here is the real life fucktard. He's got, I forget that is a Chewbacca. Yeah, he's got Chewbacca behind him for no reason whatsoever, but let's just see what this idiot has to say.
Hello, I am the real-life fake wizard. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance just dropped on Nintendo Switch 2, one of the most beloved tactical RPGs ever made. Also, one of the most expensive GameCube games on the secondary market. $215 for a complete copy, $400 or more if it's sealed.
That's a lot of money. So $200 for a complete copy, $400 if it's sealed. Yeah, I think I'm starting to wonder why he has anything to complain about when it comes to this game being available for $50 on the NSO.
A game that's been legally unavailable for 20 years. And now, anyone with a Switch 2 and a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscription can play it. In my heart, I want to say this is genuinely good news. Like, thousands of people are...
Well, that's a lie. He says in his heart he wants to say it's good news. Shut the fuck up. You want to say it's bad news because you know that's going to be good for your channel.
Going to experience this incredible game for the first time. And I'm happy about that. Fire Emblem is in my top 5 favorite game franchises. But there's always a but with Nintendo.
No, there's always a but with these grifting fucking idiots.
still can't buy this game. You can only rent it. And that distinction matters more than Nintendo wants you to believe.
No, dumbass, I don't think it does. Is Nintendo making any confusion out here about this? Are they acting like we could buy this game? Or did they just simply drop it on the NSO and you can play it if you just subscribe for $50 a year? And here's the thing. This is not the only game you can play if you subscribe to the NSO services. There's way more games out there. This is, I believe, the 8th game for the GameCube NSO collection. So $50 and you can play this and 7 other games. I don't see how this is a problem or this is something to be concerned with.
Today's indie game
Fuck you, fuck your sponsor, you shilling fuck. Let's skip this shit. Alright.
2005 GameCube tactical RPG. It introduced Ike, one of the most popular Fire Emblem characters, who most Americans learned about through Super Smash Bros. The story of this game is excellent. The gameplay is deep. The art direction holds up remarkably well for being a 20-year-old game. And it's been effectively impossible to play legally for 2 decades. The GameCube version had a limited print run, maybe 500,000 copies worldwide. As Fire Emblem's popularity exploded thanks to Super Smash Bros., thanks to Awakening, thanks to Three Houses, demand for Path of Radiance far exceeded supply, leading to exponential prices to acquire the physical game. So yes, the NSO release is good news for players. You can now experience this game for $50 a year instead of $200 plus to a scalper. That's a meaningful improvement in accessibility. But let's talk about how Nintendo structured this accessibility.
Okay, so this dumbass just explained that, oh, look, this is great. You could play it for $50 a year. That's good. But let's talk about how Nintendo structured it. Exactly how did Nintendo structure it? How did they structure it any differently from the other games that are available on the NSO? For $50 a year, it's not just GameCube games, it's also N64 games. So this is kind of weird. He just flat out said what's going on, but now he's going to act like it's the way Nintendo structured it. It's the way they structured it. Okay, let's see.
You cannot buy Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the Switch 2. It's not available as a standalone purchase on the eShop. You can't pay $20 or $30 or even $60 to own a digital copy. The only way to access this game is through a Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack subscription. And that subscription costs $50 a year.
Yeah, dipshit. And it gives you a bunch of other GameCube games and N64 games. I think it gives you other games from other classic consoles as well. But this is pretty stupid for many reasons. He's complaining that we don't have an option to actually buy the game, not even for $60. Well, what if they did give you the option to buy for $60? I'm willing to bet this idiot would cry about that. Or he would fake cry about it because he's just a grifter. But I guarantee you, so many people would complain about that and would say, oh, $60 for an old GameCube game? That's what they did with, Super Mario Galaxy. Which, by the way, Super Mario Galaxy has actually been selling better than games like Ghost of Yote, by the way, in many regions. So I kind of find it funny that a lot of dumbasses, like Angry Vigilante, he was acting like that game was failing. Well, that's funny because it's been outselling Ghost of Yote. So what do you got to say about that, fool? But yeah, that game, Super Mario Galaxy, $40 for either game, Galaxy 1 or 2, or you can get both games for $70. I don't think that is a bad deal at all. $70 for 2 great Nintendo Wii games. Now, this is a GameCube game, and as he admitted, it's $200 to $400 on eBay or online, depending on where, what you're getting, whether you're just getting a copy or you're getting a copy that's like completely sealed. So he's complaining because, you don't have the option to, buy the game for $60. Well, okay, let's see. If you just want to play this game only this game, guess what? You could just get the services for $50, play the game, beat it until your heart's content, and then you can cancel your subscription service just like that. Like, why is that too hard to do? Now, you'd be an idiot to do that because, I mean, there's many other great games to play besides Fire Emblem. But, you know, this guy's like, oh, they don't give you the option to buy the game. I kind of hope they do, though. I do hope one day they kind of bring back, like, the virtual Wii shop where you can actually purchase these games. I think that would be good to have that option. So that way, you know, you're playing a bunch of games that you don't feel the need to purchase, but if there's some games that you really want to have, there you go. You can buy them on an eShop as well.
And the moment you stop paying, your access disappears too. Nintendo made a deliberate choice here. They could have sold this game, and I wish they had, but they chose not to. They chose to lock it behind a recurring subscription because recurring revenue is more valuable to them than one-time purchases.
Oh, really? What if somebody just buys that membership for one fucking year and they don't renew? Or they cancel it? I mean, I would think that Nintendo could make more money by giving people the option to buy these games as well as, you know, being able to be subscribed to play more games. So it's kind of funny how he says, oh, this is recurring revenue. I also like how this idiot is acting like this is something new. Like, did he just find out about this NSO or whatever? Did he just learn about how Nintendo does things with their online services, their subscription services? That's what he's acting like here. He's acting like this is like a new thing with Nintendo. It's not. They've been doing this since the launch of the original Nintendo Switch.
And our lore masters will know this wasn't always Nintendo's approach. On the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U, Nintendo ran a service called Virtual Console. You can buy plenty of previous console-made games individually. $5 for an NES game, $8 for SNES, $10 for N64. And when you bought them, you owned them. They were downloaded to your system. You could play them whenever you wanted, subscription or not. Virtual Console wasn't perfect. The library had lots of gaps. Purchases didn't transfer between systems as smoothly as they should have, but the fundamental model was pro-consumer. You paid once, and you owned the game. When Nintendo launched the Switch in 2017, they killed Virtual Console. They replaced it with Nintendo Switch Online, a subscription service that bundles retro games with online play. Path of Radiance has been expensive on the secondary market for over a decade. Nintendo knew this. I mean, everyone knew it. Come on. The game regularly appeared on most expensive GameCube game lists. It was famous for being unaffordable. Nintendo could have fixed this at any point. A $20 digital release on a Wii U Virtual Console would have satisfied demand and undercut scalpers. Perhaps a HD remaster like they did with Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. It would have been a guaranteed hit. Especially at a time where, on the back of Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Fire Emblem brand has never been stronger. But they didn't do any of that. Instead, they let the scarcity build. They let the prices climb. They let scalpers profit for 20 years, while fans who discovered Fire Emblem through Smash Brothers or Three Houses had no legal way to experience the...
And now they're giving you the game to play for just $50 a year, so shut the fuck up, wizard. Because I don't see how you can act like they've made things worse by adding this to the NSO. They literally just made, here you go, you get to play the game again, you don't have to pay $200. Oh, they made it worse because they're not giving it to us for like 10 or 20 bucks. Like, well, fuck you, eat a dick, dude. I mean, Nintendo does not have to give you this. I mean, Nintendo realizes people, you know, want to play this game. It costs $200 to $400. You can't even be thankful enough that they're giving you the game on the NSO, and all you got to pay is $50 a year. And it not only gives you that, it gives you many other games. Besides that, many other great GameCube games and N64 games. Pretty soon, we might start getting Nintendo Wii games as well. Now, I do hope they bring back the Wii Virtual Console, because, I mean, that was actually really fun. I like the option of being able to buy these games and have them permanently, whatever. But then again, that might defeat the purpose of having the subscription service, but it may not. I don't know. It may not, because maybe you could have that subscription service to play games you hadn't played before, And, you may like them, you may not like them. You can, the subscription service isn't just to play these games, it's also to play online. Games like Splatoon, games like Super Smash Bros. So that's only like $10. No, sorry, $20 a year just for that, just for like the most basic NSO subscription. So I do think it could be done. It's something that could be done. I think a lot of people will probably subscribe to the $50 one to play these games, whatever. And many years later, if there's a lot of games they enjoy and they want to revisit, they could buy them on an eShop or maybe on a virtual console. I think a virtual console would be good for Nintendo to make instead of an eShop. That way it'd be easier for you to find these games. But yeah, if Nintendo does that, that would be great. And I think it would make sense. And hopefully they end up doing that. But this video right here is complete ass. This guy's an idiot. He's acting like Nintendo is... They just make things worse. It's like, no, actually they didn't. They don't owe you fucking idiots jack shit. They don't own a stupid ass wizard anything. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about this clown in the comments below. Has he made any other stupid videos recently regarding Nintendo? I wouldn't be surprised if he has. Shout out to Retro Gaming Fusion. Go subscribe. He's been killing it lately. Been uploading so many videos, so many shorts on his YouTube channel. Can't wait to see more of them. With that being said, I will talk to you guys later.